Agba village sat between rolling hills and a river that sang tales of ancient times. There lived a man popularly called Baba Femi. He is a famous and successful farmer. He wakes up early in the morning, takes his Lipton tea before setting out to the farm. He does this every day and it has become part of him. He takes his 2 sons alongside to the farm every day. Thereafter farming they roast yams mixed with red oil and have it as lunch. This part gives Femi the first son and Tunde the second son the most joy. They would sing as they await the yam to get done. Once they're done eating, they would help their father gather up the remains and set out home for the next day. Their farm yields were much and they made a lot of money after selling some of them. Baba Femi was happy and had been celebrated throughout the land. During the village festivals he's always next to the chief. Rumors had it that he would be the next chief of the village. Baba Femi heard the rumor and was quite happy, but on the other hand he's not getting any younger. The farm work had really drained him down and he knew he's depreciating gradually. He feeds enough but then nature is taking its way. Baba Femi was worried. He wouldn't want to be left wanting when finally the chieftaincy reaches his home. I need to be fit and vibrant to rule my people. I need to do something, he muttered to himself while he was under the guava tree one evening with chewing stick in his mouth. The next day he set out to the farm with his 2 sons. They didn't have much to do. They only weeded and make sure every other thing is in place. They finished earlier and set out back home. On their way home, Femi carried the baskets on the head while Tunde held the hoes and cutlasses. Then their father Baba Femi followed suit. 10 kilometers away from their farm, Baba Femi met his old friend Baba Ayo, who is also heading to his farm. They exchanged warm pleasantries. Baba Femi noticed a lot of changes in Baba Ayo's physical look. It was unusual. Baba Ayo, a 60-years-old man now looking under 30. Baba Femi had noticed his 2 kids are still waiting for him, so he asked them to head home, that he will join them soon. Baba Ayo, tell me the secret. You look so young and fresh, Baba Femi complimented. Baba Ayo giggled some laugh. My dear, it is God, Baba Ayo mentioned. No, tell me, there must be something more to this glow. Is it food? Tell me, let me join you too. Baba Femi became more inquisitive. Baba Femi, it's too early for this gist this afternoon. Don't worry, come to my house this evening, let's have the conversation proper, okay? Baba Ayo assured him. They bade farewell and Baba Femi headed home while Baba Ayo headed to his farm. Baba Femi's mind wasn't at rest. He's of same age with Baba Ayo, but Baba Ayo now looks way younger than him. I must go to Baba Ayo's house this evening. I need to also glow like him. Just look at me. I'm looking too old and I must do something, he muttered, pacing home. At home, Naomi, Baba Femi's only daughter, who just turned 16 alongside her mother, had prepared meal for their father and her brothers. So immediately they returned from the farm, they had their rest and took part in the meal. Baba Femi praised his daughter and her hard-working wife. My good wife, thank you, you're doing well. My beautiful daughter, you're doing well too. Baba Femi finally said, washing his hands in a bowl of water beside him. After the meal, Naomi took the plates outside and washed all. It has always been her duty and she does them well. The sun had set and the weather had changed. Baba Femi remembered he would be visiting his friend Baba Ayo. Mama Femi, I will be back soon. Let pay Baba Ayo, my close friend, a visit. I wouldn't be eating nothing else this night. My palm wine will be okay for tonight, so don't bother about what I will eat. Baba Femi told his wife before setting out. At Baba Ayo's house, Baba Ayo was seen resting his back on a wooden chair under a mango tree in his house. Baba Ayo, the youngest and fresh-looking man of our time, I hail." Barber Femi hailed, drawing the other wooden chair beside Barber Io to sit. "My good friend, are you here already? You're welcome," Barber Io mentioned, putting out his hand to take a handshake from Barber Femi. "I hope your farm is flourishing at its best," Barber Femi asked. "Yes, it is, just that the Rudents tampered with my cassavas, but I have breached their entry," Barber Io said. Just then, Barber Io's wife came through greeting Barber Femi. "You're much welcome, sir," she said, scatting down in greetings. "Thank you, our wife," Barber Femi reciprocated. Barber Io's wife went in and got him a gallon of palm wine and some cola nuts. "Thank you, you've done well," Barber Femi said, and clears his throat to continue his conversations with Bab Femi. Barber Io, your wife isn't left out in this freshness. Oh, she's younger and glowing more than before, just like you too. Barber Io, please, without beating about the bush, you and I knew the reason why I'm here. I've seen a good thing and I wouldn't want to be left out. Please tell me the secret," Barber Femi said with sincerity in his tone. Barber Io clears his throat. "Barber Femi, thanks for all the compliments so far. I'm delighted you got notice of all this and I will be happy to help." He lowers his voice. "Barber Femi, the thing there is that, you need to join me to Ita Shrine tomorrow. Come with just 4 cola nuts. Ita priest is the secret to my glow." Barber Femi was surprised. "Is that all?" he asked. "Yes, Barber Femi," Barber Io replied. The next day, Barber Femi had lots of cola nuts in his house, so he selected best 4 and set out to Ita Shrine with it alongside Barber Io. At Ita Shrine, no one dares enter it with his or her front, rather you have to face backward and enter in. Barber Io and Barber Femi entered following the instructions. "Ita priest of our land we greet," Barber Io said, raising his hands up in praise. Ita priest asked them to sit. Barber Io explained to him the reason he had come with his friend. Ita priest now took it up from him. This time faces Barber Femi. "Let me have your cola nuts." Barber Femi handed the cola nuts to him. "You want to look young and fresh just like your friend, right?" Ita priest asked. Barber Femi nodded in affirmation. "It's very simple. You need to sleep with your daughter every first day of her monthly flow. Once her blood misses with yours, it renews and makes you younger." He handed some folded leaves to Barber Femi, who hesitantly and sluggishly collected them. His heart pondering. He knew it was a heavy task and he loved his only daughter so much. "You can do it, each first day of her monthly flow, take her alone to the farm and have your way," Barber Io assured him. Barber Femi saw light in what Barber Io had said, making him brighten up a bit before they set home. Naomi just turned 16 years, she had gradually developed into a beautiful lady. Her breast had started sprouting out and as nature had it, her first menstrual period came. She was scared and knew nothing to do. She ran up to her father due to how close she was to him. "Daddy, Daddy, blood is coming out from my body," Naomi shouted. Barber Femi's eyes swinged up, the thoughts came to his mind again. "God, I'm depreciating and I need to be young to rule my people, else they will disqualify me. If this is the only chance I've got, I would utilize it." Mema Femi wasn't at home, she had gone to the market. Naomi's brothers had gone out to the field to play ball with their friends. It was Barber Femi and Naomi only at home. "Come here, Naomi, let's go inside." Barber Femi took Naomi inside and forcefully had his way into her. Naomi cried uncontrollably. "Hold your ears, make sure no one hears about this, not even your mother. Do you hear me?" Barber Femi shouted at her. "Yes, Dad," Naomi replied, sobbing. "And mind you, Anytime your flow comes again next month, make sure to let me know. Now go to your room, cut out some pieces of clothes, fold and put them there to soak up. Tomorrow morning you discard them and put another one." Naomi rushed out holding her mouth. She was in deep pain and she couldn't walk properly either. Do you think Barber Femi made the right decisions? Let me have your thoughts in the comment section.